Yeah, I'm going to see their largest lead first. Yeah. So we know it's a game where their largest lead is with 2 minutes to go. We're out of timeouts. That's 11. So this was a really nice basketball game. We know why we lost. You know, I think there were between 8 and 10 times where we had at the rim points that, you know, as a coach you kind of go, you got the play, you got the look, you got the shot. Oh, that's 2 for us. So you're almost counting 2 and almost putting the points on the board. And we missed it. And then we went into rebound, and then they got a transition. So if that happens 10 times, then it's a 4-point swing in a game that has 150 points to it. That's, you know, too much percentage of points on that play. 40 points that are in balance just for, you know, us being a little bit tougher and them getting points on the end. So that's tough. That's not exactly why we lost, but that's something that we were all talking about in the locker room, and everybody's nodding their head like, dang, it's unfortunate. And, you know, Maryland's got a little bit more size, a little bit more experience, and, you know, and we got Erica, who's been, you know, she's basically been not just the team on her back, a caravan of a lot of other things. You know, she's just been handling everything for us and rebounding her brains out. So she goes 2 for 11 once in a while. I'm okay with it. The kid's a warrior, and she was just frankly exhausted. I mean, that's more rebounds in a week I think I've ever had a player get, and double-doubles in most of the time. So Maryland knew that. They knew she's been our bread and butter. So our freshmen, you know, there's a question, are your freshmen good? That's not, I don't care if they're good. I care if they're gamers. They're gamers. There's no question. And they're good too, but they're gamers. I never said, oh, I can't put the freshman in this moment. I didn't feel that way. So that's great. But that's, I mean, don't get puffed up about that. You're supposed to be that way, right? But, you know, some of the strategies, some of the stuff we did, we can fix. But if we play that hard and the things that we need to fix are controllable things, we're going to win a lot more games than people think.
Was there anything in the fourth quarter? You guys were right there heading into the fourth quarter, and then they shot better and you guys shot worse.
Yeah, you know what? And also, to be honest, I usually have a couple timeouts left, and they made us burn one when they jumped into a face guarding press that Mace called, and then I never called my last timeout before. It was, you know, so that was tough. And I could have last year, you know, with the seniors and everything else, but to do that to these guys this year, that's tough. I don't regret a timeout. I just think that Maryland grabbed a timeout from us when they jump switched and face guarded us, and so that did not allow me to instruct. So there was a series there of just kind of a little bit of fatigue play, a little bit of inexperienced play, a little bit of just fumbles, and that stretch I normally can prevent, but I wasn't able to.
Can you talk about the freshmen just a little more? I mean, are they doing better even than you thought at this point?
They have no choice. Okay, so, and I think that's why there's not going to be this like chemistry problem. They just have no choice. They walked into very important roles, and I think Erica has been amazing to them. I think Mesa, so her timing's way off and everything else, but my gosh, I would love to play with Erica and Mesa. I would love to play. I would resign from this job and be a player to play with those two very, very special people that are tremendous leaders that have been keeping them under their wings. And so when we get a Mesa a little bit more back on the court, I think that she kind of is a point forward. She can kind of settle everybody down and translate for me. But Mace's got, Mace got to find her game, and she knows it. And first we're going to let her do that. I'm not going to put that on Mesa yet.
Did you recruit? I think Aisha, I spoke to her, and she said you did recruit her.
Yes, we did.
What did you think of her?
Oh, I think she was great. I mean, I think that's probably her best game in this season for sure. Mm-hmm. We gave her scout, so that's our bad. We should have done a better job on her. But she hadn't been in a rhythm like that I've seen on film this year. Mm-hmm. She was inspired.
Yeah.
Anything from Mykea or Kelsey?
Yeah, Mykea, can you just talk about how comfortable you're feeling? I mean, as a new player, but you're out there looking kind of like a veteran guard at times.
I don't know. I'm sorry. I guess I'm just comfortable with my teammates and the system that coach put together. So it's just easier for me to flow because I've been put in this system before. So it's just easier to adjust and know what to look for.
Has the transition been what you expected? What's been the biggest change for you coming from high school?
The pace is way different. And the terms coaches use, I'm still trying to understand it completely.
So are the seniors, don't worry about it.
But everything else is just about the same.
Kelsey, what was it like playing against a former high school teammate of yours?
It was great. You know, we both love to compete, so it was great playing against her. And yeah.
Yeah, Kelsey's a big piece of the puzzle, and I thought she had a really nice game. Big piece of the puzzle for us, and so her emerging, being a threat from the three-point line, but also just her basketball IQ, it's really high, and so this was a really good breakout game for her too.
So overall, Kate, I mean, playing against top 15 team, playing the way you guys played, do you leave the game, what takeaway do you take from the game?
Well, I'll tell you the one thing that we regret, that the 50-50 balls, we feel like they won. I might feel different on film, but I feel like they won them. You know, we had a little bit of a harder game, you know, in this tournament than they did in the first game, I think. And but we should have more depth, and so I just kind of questioned my team. I said, you know, our depth is supposed to be, we're not supposed to get fatigued, but it's a 50-50 balls. They had some size advantage, they had some strength advantage, but not when you're playing at home. I mean, that's just no excuse for that. So I regret that. But we are starting to comprehend how we're going to be a great team. And I'm starting to comprehend that as well. I mean, I've had sketches and plans and everything else, and, you know, it was all of a sudden Mace isn't available, and then, you know, we got this thing's going on, and Erica's scoring double-doubles, and so you adjust. And but now I'm starting to see it, and I think everyone on our team feels very, very important. And everybody, we go to everybody for a reason, and so that's fun.